Have I ever been to space before? No.
Hi, my name is Rob Ferl. I'm a scientist at the University of Florida.
Hi, I'm Annalisa Paul, also a scientist at the University of Florida.
The plants in lunar soil, yeah, that's all about how do we live and work on another world, and certainly how do we feed ourselves, make oxygen, and resupply our water on another world. What we're headed towards here real soon, though, is how to understand what it takes for biology to leave the surface of the Earth, and so that's why we're involved in the Blue Origin new Shepard flight that's coming up.
The whole part of this experiment is that the plants have not been able to be captured in the transition from a terrestrial environment, from Earth up until space. Normally what happens is plants get transported as seeds to the space station or on the shuttle, and then we find out what happens to them while they're already in space. And so what this experiment allows us to do is to take a look at how plants respond at the gene level during the journey.
So we have borrowed technology that is in use in the space station that allows us to take samples of biology at various portions of the upcoming Blue Origin flight. Part of my job will be to activate the fixation process on plants at various stages of the flight. We've been successful growing plants in space for decades now. The question is what happens to them on the journey to space.
Plants are exquisitely sensitive to changes in their environment. We can freeze those responses, and as they transition into these various environments of high gravity pull and then zero gravity pull at these different time points by using these fixation tubes that we're talking about that Rob's going to be activating while he's flying.
Am I excited? Well, yeah, of course I'm excited. The ability to be curious about space and to be curious about biology as it moves into space and the limits of life in the cosmos.